Hi, I'm Cameron from Pallmann Floor Care. In this video I'm going to introduce you to the brush system that fits onto the Pallmann Spider. So firstly I'm going to tell you what the brush system is used for. It goes onto the Pallmann Spider and you use it to texture a wooden floor by taking the soft graining out of the floor, leaving a nice smooth finish, ready for finishing with mainly an oil, because this stuff works really well with an oil. They also use the brushing system in the colour freestyling system that Pallmann offer. That's a whole different ball game and a whole different video that we're going to do. So on this one I'm just going to focus on the brush system. So let's start by opening it up and have a look what's inside. So as you can see I've got a Pallmann triple plate as well, just to give you an idea of how it fits on there and how it works. So it comes in this really tough box. I'm going to flip box so you can put another one on top. So first in the package, it's gloves. You're going to need them for when you're putting the brushes onto the triple plate. Instructions. A deep brush. This deep brush is to go onto the Pallmann Spider. It's a lot deeper than the normal ones that goes on a normal brush dust skirt. Sorry. The reason for that is you'll see when I get the brushes out that they are a lot deeper than your standard abrasive pads. So you're going to need that for removing obviously the dust in the air and the soft grain that you're going to be taking out of the wood. So I can put that aside a minute just to give you an idea of what that's used for. You have 3 sets of 3 in here. So your first set of 3 is the first part of the process. So what these are the stainless steel brushes. What this is going to do is to be the main part of taking the soft minerals out of the grain of the wood. So it's the key part of this whole process. These need to be used wet, so the floor will need to be wet while you're using this. I wouldn't recommend doing the whole floor because then it will give it time to dry. I'd use it in a couple of square meters of where you're working and then move on, wet the floor, do a couple of square meters and just keep moving in processes in little areas. And to put these on the triple plate, of course we're going to take these abrasives off by simply twisting it. Taking it off, put the gloves on because these are very sharp. Match the 3 on these 3 here and then twist. Simple as that. So you'll have, there's a set of 3 there, you put all 3 on and then you put them onto your spider. Just another point I want to point out, when you're putting this triple plate on, you want it to be in planetary mode when these are working, so that's pin down, not pin up, to put it into planetary. So once you've done your whole floor and you've cleaned it with these stainless steel brushes, the next part of the process is to use one of the nylon brushes, which is the you've got 2 different brushes here, 2 different nylon brushes. You've got 46 grit and then you've got 60 grit. The next thing you want to do is move on to the 40 grit. So what the 40 grit is going to do, the 46 grit is going to do is remove the scratches that have been left by the stainless steel ones on the surface of the wood. And the way that you use the stainless steel ones wet, these nylon ones are actually used dry. So once you've used the stainless steel ones, let it dry before you use the 46 grit. Just put this on here. There we go, so we've got the 46 grit and we've got the stainless steel. Your next process is another nylon grit. So the same that you would do usually when you're in the sanding process, is you're just moving up the grits to remove the scratch pattern from the previous grit. So this is the 60 grit nylon. I'm going to remove this. If it will work today. Okay, now because I finally got the Velcro disc off, we can continue to put the rest on. So we've got the 60 grit nylon here. Goes on here. So this is the last process of the brushing system. So like I said, just to recap, we've got the stainless steel. You put 3 of the stainless steel on. Use it wet to take out the wet mineral and the wet grain in the wood. And then you move on to the 46 grit to remove the scratches from the stainless steel. And then from the 46, you move into the 60 and freeze. And then once that's finished, it's ready for finishing. I would recommend using the Pallmann Magic Oil logo with this for colour enhancement. So now we've discussed about how to use the brushing system. As well as this, you need to do the edges as well. So with the edges, I would recommend using a brass or a stainless steel cut brush on the drill, or we can also recommend and get for you machines to do them edges. Thanks very much for watching the video. If you want one of these Pallmann brush sets, or you're interested to know more, just come contact me, Cameron, at Floor Care. Thanks very much.